Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, I know I've been gone for quite a while, and I plan on doing a video explaining where have I been. Second, did not realize that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was coming back this soon. I thought I had until like mid October. So call me surprised when I get on YouTube yesterday evening and I see people doing their reviews. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna have to get make things work with what I got. So here I am. I'm back, y'all. So the show starts off with like a Blair Witch Project S situation going on with the ladies in the woods, and I was trying to figure out why are we in the woods, because woods by itself is not someplace that I would be, and then you throw in the darkness, and I'm like, no, because I'm not really good at directionals, and I would get lost in the daytime even though I would not be out there in the daytime, let alone the nighttime. But I'm like, okay, this is what y'all doing. Okay. So the montage, this Blair Witch Project montage that we got going on shows the ladies, being the best of friends like Forrest and Bubba to like, I can't stand you, I hate you so much right now type of situation, which we go through this every season. They try to start on a good foot, but something happened. Outside forces causes a shift into the friend group. I feel like you're not being a good friend to me because you talking to somebody that I don't like, so now I'm mad at you, or then somehow we make up. That's what they got going on. So Angie and Mary are hosting this RV trip. I didn't see Mary as the one who would want to host an RV trip because she don't seem like a camping type of person, which I'm not either. I like my comfort. I don't want to be outside with bugs in nature because that's just not my juice. But apparently, Angie, she went camping, some time ago. Mary's grandma used to take them camping, and even though she hated it, she still went. But I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out what was Angie's thought process. And now y'all know Angie, she my girl, but like, what made you think that these ladies would want to be on an RV camping? These ladies like going to, high end hotels, fine first class. They don't seem like I want to be out in this RV type of situation. And most of the girls are not speaking because of what happened last season and some seasons before that. So you thought keeping the ladies in a tight quarter with half of them not really speaking was a good idea? I was wondering about that. As the ladies are about to leave on their trip, the RV is surrounded by the FBI and the police. And it was very reminiscent of when Jen got arrested. And, she had to do that, church hand, let me get up out of here. Oh, something didn't happen to Coach Shaw, I gotta leave. Even though she was very, very calm, and didn't come to find out that the FBI, the NYPD, Homeland Security, and Utah police was looking for her. So I'm like, what's going on here? They looking for Whitney. I'm like, doggone it. My first thought was, what did Whitney do? Then my second thought was, no, I just don't think this is that type of situation again. And it wasn't. It was Whitney hiring some strippers to come and surprise the ladies, acting like she was about to get arrested. But my thing is, y'all already jam packing this RV, so now you gonna bring in some strippers that's gonna be in here gyrating. That just don't seem like the thing to do. And I'm married. Like, why are you touching me? We already jam packed. RV ain't but that big. And we get already us ladies in our stuff in here. Now you bring a 4-5 other people. So now we just in one big old jumbo ball. And they gyrating. And now it's sweaty. Now it's musty. Now it's stinking. This was your thought process? Could you not have had them meet you at the location? Did we have to do this here? But I guess she was already having a tough time finding some strippers that live in the Utah area, the Salt Lake City area, because they don't be doing a lot there. They are very. It's a lot of Mormon people there, which I think it's fascinating that they don't want no alcohol drinking and all and stuff like that, but you can doggone destroy your kidneys by drinking all the soda that you want. Can't have coffee. That's a no. But soda, you can drink that. You can have you doggone it a 2 liter a day if you want to, and they'd be like, that's completely fine. But hey, we not talking about what they can and can't do in Utah. Now, if y'all do, I tend to drift off on the tangent sometimes, so y'all just gonna have to forgive me on that. Now, y'all, even though Lisa is not on this trip because she's out here rubbing elbows with the celebrities, and she had to let us know that she is hanging out with Ben Affleck and I think Blake Lively. She always got a name drop somebody. I'm like, these girls, they have met celebrities too. This is not season 1, this is season 6. As you get, more famous on these shows, you get to meet more folks. But I just found it funny that even though Lisa was not on this trip, Lisa's name was all throughout on this trip. Because now we got was it Bronwyn and Whitney saying that Lisa may be out here doing business, rubbing elbows with the celebrities, but what she's really going through is all these lawsuits has been thrown at her way. And I just thought it was funny that Whitney was bringing up what Lisa got going on allegedly, but she was mad when, was it Brittany brought up what was going on with your business? When you was out here buying necklaces from AliExpress and then selling them for a marked up price. Now, it'd be different if you was getting these pieces and then you did a little razzle dazzle and make them a little bit different. But if I can get this from AliExpress, what am I go to your shop for? And you didn't really, you saying this your jewelry line, yes, technically so, but when you I have my own jewelry line, some people would assume that it was your own designs and whatnot. But yeah, Heather, she is not here for the talking behind Lisa's back. As y'all know, she has fought hard to win over this friendship with Lisa, even though Lisa was calling her a good time girl on season 1 and saying she didn't really know her like that. But since she is you got close to Lisa and we gave her a little crumb of a friendship, she gonna fight for Lisa. We shouldn't talk about Lisa behind her back and this, that, the third. And I was like, I guess because Lisa will doggone throw your business in your face and tell everybody else. But I just thought it was funny that Lisa, her name was all through up and about this whole episode, even though she wasn't there herself. So Brittany decides to make an announcement. Takes her doggone, what's it called? Champagne bottle. And, a fork. I have an announcement, everyone. She is good for an announcement. And it's not nothing it's always something stupid. She's announced to us and the girls that she is engaged to Jared. Now, y'all know Jared, he is the nephew of Donnie and Marie Osmond. So, they Salt Lake City and Utah royalty. They Mormon royalty, I believe. And that's their nephew. So, he royalty adjacent. And Brittany just found this is the best thing I done got with this man, even though we make up and break up. How many times did they make up and break up last season? I had lost count. So, before the ladies could even muster up a fake, excitement about her and Jared, getting engaged, she lets us know they broke up. There was some information you could have kept to yourself. If y'all are still at the same juncture y'all was at before, why are you announcing that y'all done got engaged and now y'all done broke up? My question is, how is your relationship with your kids? Because you told us last season that you have put men above your daughters. And it's seeming like that's like not just a Britney thing. That is a, they religion thing. Like, you can, you know, being married is the hierarchy. Yeah, you can be married and get into heaven, but like not having kids, that ain't nothing. It's all about the man. So she has done that, being all about the man. But I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be about that man, because that man don't seem like he want to be with you. That man seemed like, okay, filming's about to start, so let me like throw a few compliments and a few I love you your way, so I can get on this show right quick, pop my face on, do a little this, a little that, and then break up with you. But the ladies and me were sitting like, so you just telling us that your situation is the same as it was before, and you decided to stand up and let us know this. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how unintentionally funny that Mary is. Because the ladies break off into groups. Some of them are fishing and some of them are on like a canoe like situation. I don't know, what is it, a kayak, canoe? I don't know. Either way, it's something I wouldn't do because I don't really get down with the water. I remember when I was like 9 years old, my family, we went to Callaway Gardens in Georgia, and it's like a man-made lake, and you can get on a paddle boat. And I was scared, even though I had a life jacket on. I was scared that I was gonna fall in or get pushed off the little paddle boat. So I don't really do water like that. But Mary had me cracking up because she was like, I don't want to catch the fish. I would want to put him back. Like, she was talking about doing CPR with the fish to bring him back to life. She's trying to ask this dude Dusty, but she keep on calling him Gusty. Like, Gusty, what do we do with the fish? And I'm like, instead of catching the fish and doing CPR to bring him back to life, how about we, like, not catch the fish at all? That way, you don't have to do CPR on him. But y'all know, Mary don't be thinking that way. Excuse me, y'all. That is my husband in the kitchen fixing something if you hear that noise. But yeah. And then when they are, cooking their food, she's like, I have to cook my food on a stick, on an open flame? That's not right. And I'm like, I'm cracking up because Mary, she is so serious about, this is not right. I should not be using this stick. I should not be, this is caveman stuff. What are we doing? And then when Heather get to talking about the legend of Ghost Pass lady, she was like, well, I know she's not real because she will be here cooking our food. Man, boy, that was not what that lady was on. She wasn't out here on cooking folks' food. She was on some other mess. So Heather calmly and casually lets the ladies know about the legend of, I can't think of the woman's names. Apparently this lady, she was out here like maybe hundreds of years ago, out in these woods, she was out here sacrificing young ladies who was out here making out with their boyfriends. So, like, that's a complete no-no. So I'ma sacrifice you. Like, you making out with your boyfriend, that is wrong. But the sacrifice was right. But then again, when you don't have it all up there, your logic is right and what they doing is wrong. Now Heather, she want to go investigate the lady. And I'm like, why? Why don't we leave that where it's at? Why bring it up? And I'm with Mary. Mary's like, this is stupid. It's like, the black person always dies first in the movies. Why is that? Have y'all noticed that? Yes, Mary, we've come to this conclusion many of years ago that the black, it's not all. It's only in recent, maybe the last 20 years where, the black person didn't die first. You should also be bringing up why they always be breaking off into groups. But, that's another story for another time. Now, we back to the filming, because what's her name? Brittany done gave everybody like this little camcorder. Everybody in camcorder. So now we filming Blair Witch style in the woods. I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, first of all, why are we in the woods? That's one thing that I don't do. Like I said, I don't do nature. But you want to go out here investigating things? No. Let that legend stay where it's at. We don't need to go out here and look for danger. Now, I'm not saying doing this in the daytime would have been better, that it would still been stupid, but why are we out here at night? Now, I am a person, I'm not good with the directionals. I'm going to just let you know that right now. At nighttime, I can, there's a few places in town where I know I can get to from my house, get there and back safely. Y'all in the woods. I don't know what nature in trees, this tree from that tree. So why are we out here at nighttime? And then I would have been scared that doggone it. I heard a noise and I turned to go look, and when I look back, everybody gone. Again, I wouldn't be in that situation, but I'm always thinking of what could happen, and that's gonna further me not wanting to do that. I just don't know why we out here in the woods filming Blair Witch style. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your people, and tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.